Is the end of YouTube actually coming? Since everyone back in 2012 and ever since YouTube has been created, everyone has been saying that YouTube is dying and that YouTube will end soon, but never really panned out. But now there's a lot of evidence that YouTube may actually be near its end, or at least Google's participation in YouTube, because with the recent things happening like advertisers pulling out of YouTube and no longer sponsoring YouTube videos and no longer allowing Google to place their ads on videos and stuff on YouTube, and the recent H3H3 pulling out of YouTube also and going to Twitch, I think is what he did. In Boogie2988, if any of you really know him, he is also stopping, or not stopping, but he's probably going to dumb down his Francis videos, all because of advertisers. And everyone, the end might actually be in the near future, because we've all seen this stuff, and the people that do amazing content like iDubbbz and How to Basic, they make that content that really, if you're an advertiser with that giant company, you're not going to want to advertise your videos on. So YouTube reduces their pay by so much, and their advertisements are just going to crap, and their money they're making off of these advertisements, they're just plummeting. And that's really across the board with everyone who makes, little on the edge videos, those funny people, not that boring, makeup tutorial. That's the people YouTube actually likes and Google actually likes, and they'll, advertise avidly for, but they're making these things where it's just gonna basically, make these videos worthless in the profit eye, unless you go to a network and have your video sponsored by them, or not sponsored, but they'll put their own ads on it and have like certain companies that you reach out to and have their content on your video, and actually do it in your video. And I think we're actually gonna see like a lot of people pulling out of YouTube soon, or maybe switching their content around to conform to this perfect creator that YouTube and Google want people to be. And it's really dumbs down to these advertisers that are really doing this, which I don't understand, because they pay like $1 per ad, or not $1, but it's way cheaper for them to advertise here than it is on TV and all these things. So when they're on the TV, on networks and stuff, they have to pay a lot of money for their ads, compared to this, where it's like a 1-to-5 ratio. So every $5 they pay on advertisements for a network on a TV, they pay like $1 for this. So I mean, I don't know, it's their decision though. If they don't want to advertise on it, it's their decision. And I think YouTube's gonna go even further with this and probably censor people even more with their content they make, and make it so really they don't have a say in what they make, what content they make. They can make their videos as much as they want, but it'll be flagged with a system I think YouTube has put in, where it goes through and it scans the video, and if the video isn't, quote, advertiser friendly, then it will reduce the pay and have only content that is suitable for that to be on. So like ads, and then some, they'll be just completely slashed. And like, I don't know if this is going to be okay, because you could have a video and it could have some, something little bad, and it will be just completely just wiped off the board, when there's some people over here that are doing this really, messed up crap, like those children shows, those Spider-Man versus Elsa, where once he every time pee on her face or something like that, and I'm sure they get as much advertisements as they want, and they're just free range because it says prank. Where H3H3 said that one time well, just this last week, he uploaded a video, and it had him cutting off a guy's quote testicles, but all they were Play-Doh and like this wet red liquid inside of the Play-Doh, and he would cut the Play-Doh. And YouTube completely wiped advertisements from that video just because he had that. And also he had a guy that was facing, away from the camera, and he had a water bottle, and he was, squeezing it to make it look like he was peeing. So YouTube just wiped the advertisements off of the video and no longer allowed that. And I think that's just what we're gonna have to accept until they really change it or something. I don't know. It's scary to think about how this is gonna go. I don't really think that it's gonna completely be wiped, but everyone's always said YouTube's gonna die. It's the end. It's never gonna come back. But I don't really think that it's going to end. It's probably just gonna revitalize itself again and figure things out like a teen. So really, I don't know. Sad to see it, but I just guess that's how it's gonna be then. We can change it if we stick together as a community, like we've done before, but really I don't think it's gonna do anything. YouTube has to take it upon themselves to actually fix this, and I don't know. So that's the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and peace.